Well, there's a reason why I tell you guys that I think weed and everything involving it, a lot of drugs, a lot of things like this are just bad, right? Because here's the deal. Whether you're selling drugs, using drugs, any of these circumstances, you open yourselves up to a lot of foolishness. The story I'm about to get into right here is about a murder at an Airbnb in Florida. And of course, the killers got caught on camera, even though they're unidentified at the current point in time. Florida police hunt for 3 men captured on cameras entering an Airbnb drug den with a dead dealer with a, what does this say? With a gun, shooting dead a dealer, then carrying the body out. I'm going to say this. Even though I think there's some foolishness here, a drug dealer getting killed doesn't bother me at all. It does not bother me whatsoever. Xavier Antonio Johnson, age 29, from St. Petersburg, rented an Airbnb 85 miles from his home. Why would someone go 85 miles to get a Airbnb in Davenport? I used to live in Kissimmee. This was on April 8th. On April 13th, 3 unknown men entered the house. One of them carried a gun. And of course, they shot Johnson dead. Now, I got a couple things with this. Anyone that understands weed, you understand there's not much money in this. Like, why would you throw your entire life away for a couple of dollars? Like, how broke does one have to be to do this? Now, granted, I don't know the amount of weed and I don't know the details behind this. But as you can see, and I'll show you soon, when they left the house, they were not leaving with any weed or money or any type of robbery. Now, I got a question going into this is, how did they get inside? Did they kick in the door? Or did they have a key? Why did this dude go 85 miles to an Airbnb in a place that's not even that spectacular? Like I said, I lived in Kissimmee. Davenport's right there. It's not amazing. It's not spectacular. They were caught on surveillance carrying Johnson out of the house in Acorn Court. Police are asking for the public's help in identifying the 3 suspects. Florida sheriffs are hunting for 3 men who were caught on camera entering a house with a gun, then carrying a body out of an alleged drug den. Johnson and his associates had been selling marijuana from the Acorn Court house situated in a scenic tree-lined cul-de-sac in the small central town, which boasts only 9,000 residents. April 13th at roughly 9:30 p.m., 3 unknown men entered this house, one of them carrying a gun, and shot Johnson, according to deputies. The 3 men were then caught on camera carrying Johnson's body out of the house. Is it possible that these 3 men were his associates, though? Like, that seems weird to me, to be perfectly honest. We can keep scrolling down, you'll see him, you can see it, we'll get to the video, carrying the body out of the house, okay? We'll get to the video here in just a second. We're seeking the identities of 3 men in a homicide investigation, the sheriff's office tweeted. Now, I will say this. Sheriff Grady Judd, I believe, is going to hunt these people down. Here are the photos of the 3 unknown men we'd like to identify and speak with regarding the homicide of 29-year-old Xavier Johnson, the office wrote on Facebook. According to the investigation so far, Johnson and his associates had been selling weed from the house since April 8th, 2022, when they took occupancy. Can I ask the drug dealing folks out there, is there any particular reason why you can't get a job? Like, are you too stupid to get a job? Like, why would you take penitentiary chances? Or no, I was once young. I sold drugs. But in today's era where everything is surveillanced, everything is recorded, why would you even take the risk for such small profit? As someone that used to sell weed, I know how very small the profit is, right? There's really not any major profit Because if you're posting up in a house to sell weed like that, I mean, and like I can't even fathom going and killing someone. Because what? Maybe was he selling weed on your block? Did you come up short on a dime bag or something? You see what I'm saying? Like crack, ecstasy, things like that. I can at least somewhat understand because there's money, heroin, things like that. But weed? Like this is confusing to me. You know, like to me, there's so little money involved with weed. Like I can't fathom it. According to the investigation so far, Johnson and associates, blah, 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 around 8:30 p.m., unknown suspects went in the house carrying a gun. One of them was carrying a gun. $5,000 cash reward for information. Grady Judd, the 68-year-old sheriff of Polk County, has served with the force since 1972 and became the first sheriff to be elected to 5 terms. Grady will find him, they say. These photos show 3 men that we wish to identify. He showed pics of one carrying the cross body bag in 2 different photos so that you can see his arm tattoo. It doesn't show in the photo where he had the bag. They brought in a fucking body bag? He is the one without any facial hair. So they're talking about this guy. Hold on. This guy had a fucking body bag? Okay, is that a body bag as in like a mail purse or some shit? Or is that a body bag as in body bag? Like, I'm curious what that means, but like that's a motherfucker, right? You went to kill a motherfucker if you're carrying a body bag, but I assume, do they mean like you know what? It's 2022, and you know how these motherfuckers are out here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a mail purse. But like this entire thing is shocking to me. Like you got money bags tattooed on you. But you're robbing a weed salesman? Let me not assume too much, but I don't even think it was a robbery, though. So this had to be some other shit. Let's be honest here. This had to be some other shit. And listen, I'm not even mad at these guys, right? I don't know who goes in to kill people shirtless. I mean, that is probably smarter to not have clothes like that, to actually go shirtless. But like they obviously went there with the intentions to kill this motherfucker. He's a drug dealer. I don't necessarily, I'm not even mad at these guys, right? This is just part of the streets being the streets. It's the streets cleaning up the streets. So I'm not even mad at this. I don't care if they get caught or not. They got rid of just another drug dealer, right? So I don't really care. The streets can police themselves. I don't even care about this type of shit. But I will say that this entire thing is just kind of crazy. And you're seeing all over the place. A lot of these Airbnbs, they're having situations like this, right?
Are looking for these people right here on your screen after they say a man was shot and killed in Davenport. They believe these people may be connected. They say on Wednesday, 29-year-old Xavier Antonio Johnson from St. Pete was shot and killed during a drug deal inside of a home.
What do you mean they may be connected? They're there together.
On Acorn Court that he was renting through Airbnb.
See, look at that. Is he knocking? Is that what he's doing? Is he knocking? Like, this seems weird to me. Like, he looks like he's knocking at the door. Or is he... Are they breaking open the door?
Investigators say Johnson and others were selling marijuana from the house since April 8th. On Wednesday night, around 8:30, several people went inside the home and shot him. If you have any information, you're asked to call deputies.
I feel bad for the people that own the Airbnb, kind of, right? Here's the video of them coming out. They're just carrying him out. Just carrying him out. Like, fuck it. And where did the other dude, did he put a shirt back on him? So the dude's, no, he ain't got it. Hold on, did the other dude put a, no, he's still shirtless. No, he's not. Now he's not even shirtless anymore. Or is he? Did you see that? Did you see what I saw? Like, he's in a white t-shirt right there. But
people right here on your screen.
Right here, he was shirtless. Right? The man kill him would take his white tee? Holy fuck. Goddamn. That's some cold-blooded shit. That's some cold. You took the man's socks and shit? Oh, Lord. That man stole his shirt. Oh, my God. Yeah. Now, that's some brutal shit. But like I said, then there he goes. And well, here's what's crazy. Is like anyone that's ever lived in this neighborhood knows those are all houses. This is like a cul-de-sac. You see what I'm saying? This is like a cul-de-sac, and that's all houses. And like, and this is like 8:30 at night. How do you just carry a body? Trust me, I know the neighborhood. How the fuck do you just carry a body outside? I mean, I gotta give them credit. That's some fucking ballsy shit. I mean, they got caught. I mean, obviously they're caught on camera. So I don't know how smart it necessarily was, but they must have really wanted this motherfucker dead. Like I said, normally I'd be like, man, find the killers. Fine, I don't give a shit. They got rid of some drug dealer. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know what to say. You play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I guess. At least 50 rounds, guys, this is some other shit. We got, speaking of Airbnbs, horrific video shows moment mass shooting that killed 2 juveniles and injured 8 others erupted at Pittsburgh Airbnb being used for teens' party. Something's going on. I'm not ever renting an Airbnb again. At least 50... What is with all these Airbnbs? At least 50 rounds fired inside the apartment. 2 young men died from gunshot wounds they sustained in the shooting at around 12:30 a.m., while 8 others also suffered gunshot wounds. 2 others sustained injuries when they tried to jump out the fucking window. Well, what am I talking about here? Well, let's get to this story. Since we're on Airbnb, why not? Let's check it out.
Pennsylvania, a deadly mass shooting killed 2 teens and left 9 others injured. Bullets flew at a party involving around 200 people at an Airbnb property.
What?
About 12:30 this morning.
Who the fuck would rent that house? Like, who would rent that house for anything?
As officers arrived on scene, shots were still being fired in
Damn.
the area. People were fleeing. Those who live in the area describing the scene as total mayhem.
This shit is crazy.
There's blood on the second floor window and stuff like that. That is like really, really messed up. This is stuff that you don't think to see in your neighborhood.
It's Pittsburgh.
It's messed up. It's really scary.
Police
It's Pittsburgh.
say both juveniles who died were male, but their identities have not yet been released.
What a crazy fucking world, right? It just gets crazier and crazier. Everything. The video posted online by KDKA Ed Thompson shows the underage partiers in an argument before one man yells, "He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Get the fuck down!" 12:30 a.m. What were all these kids doing out at 12:30 a.m.? I bet I know the race of the people. There's 200 people inside the Airbnb at the same time. 200 people. Many of whom were underage, when multiple gunmen opened fire, killing 2 teenage boys and injuring 8 others. 3 are now in critical condition. As many as 50 shots were fired into the apartment, authorities say, prompting some attendees to jump out the windows. At least 2 of these partygoers sustained broken bones and lacerations from the jump. What's the odds that they're Tyrones? Let's check it out. 90 shots fired. Let's check out Facebook Live video.
Our crew, we get out.
Our crew, well, yeah. My crew.
God, he got a gun, y'all.
All of them young.
Come on, bitch.
All of them young. Where's their
God,
parents?
he got a gun, dog. He got a gun.
He got a gun, dog.
He got a gun. Ooh, he got the gun. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. He got a gun. No, y'all, he got a gun. No, we gotta go. He got a gun. Y'all gotta go. He got a gun. Oh my gosh. He's about to shoot. Nasia, come on. No, we gotta go. We got to go.
We got to go. Oh, yep.
They're about to
Yep. Look how many people's in there, goddamn.
go. I'm getting here. Oh, shit, gotta go. Oh, bro.
Yeah, babe. They can't even get out that motherfucker.
On my soul, bro.
Babe.
Somebody out. Come on, Nasia. Nasia, come this way. Come on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh. Bro.
Oh my God!
Bro.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, bro. Bro. Damn. God damn, it's a lot of shots. Bro. Bro. Fuck that.
Oh my God!
Bro.
Drea!
Bro.
Drea!
Bro. Bro.
Oh my fucking God!
God, bro.
Drea! Drea! Come here! Go, boy, I got spirit out here! Go! God, Drea!
Bro. Shit went wide, bro. Shit went wide, bro. It just doesn't stop anywhere, right? It just doesn't stop anywhere. Pittsburgh's own one officer told WTA that they first responded to scenes early on Easter Sunday when they heard multiple shots. They just, oh man. Of course, there's a Jordan Lane. Two of the victims died from the injuries. That's sad. They sustained while at the hospital, but Commander John Fisher said most of the victims are in stable condition. One of those were 14 years old. What was a 14-year-old doing at 12:30 at night out with 200 people? It's our top priority to find out who did this. We're not going to sleep until we get this, he says. Airbnb is going through some shit. Listen, and there's plenty of studies out there that show that Airbnbs, in areas where Airbnbs are, more crime is. I don't know what it is with Airbnbs. I don't understand it personally. I don't understand why everybody is like wilding out at Airbnbs. This is why I personally won't go to them. I don't trust the owners. None of that type of shit. Because like even in this first case, something tells me that the killers knew that dude. Which is strange because he was 89 miles from his house. So maybe he was in the streets flossing and had rims on his car and it was obvious, but they didn't rob him. And if the dude was like carrying like a body bag or some shit, then in my opinion, they may have just went to murder him, right? Whew. It's impressive. Scary at the same time. I know a lot of you understand. But when I look at both of these stories, I feel no emotional attachment to them. Some weed salesman got hit. And then some people that was probably partying in the house without the owner's permission. Nobody rents out their Airbnb to a person. Like, you don't tell the Airbnb owner, hey, I'm going to have 200 people in here chimping out all over the house. That wouldn't happen. So chances are they lied to the Airbnb guy. The second story I'm talking about, the Pittsburgh story. The Florida story, that's just some gangster shit. It's just some gangster shit. Gangsters doing gangster shit to other gangsters. I ain't got no problem with that. It is what it is. I mean, granted, the law is the law, but no sweat off my back. Just saying. Now, I know it's still unfortunate, but play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. You live life as a drug dealer and a homie G and a thug, then you're probably going to die as a homie G and a thug, right? All right. Crazy stories today. Crazy stories. Let me know what you guys think.